What's the crack, YouTube? Welcome to fifth episode of the Built on Pro Standard series, and today I will take you through a Q&A session. So I've popped up a box on my Instagram a few days ago, so I will go over some questions, share my thoughts about different topics. So from what I saw, I've prepared them on my iPad. We will go over some of my journey, as well as some deeper questions with regarding to training, which is of course the most fun stuff. So yeah, without further ado, grab a meal, tune in, and yeah, I hope you will all enjoy. So let's get it started. When we will see you back on stage, probably in 2028. Guys, as a natural, you need time to grow, and especially considering the fact that I will turn, probably at the moment you are watching this video, I will be already 20. So what this means is that I'm not longer a teenager. Therefore, I've moved into the junior class, so I would be the youngest. So that's the first thing. But second thing is that even if you look at the photos of me on stage, I was definitely the most shredded guy on stage and probably the best posing one, but I was lacking size, so we are adding it now. I will be back. There is no doubt about that. Probably in 2028, maybe in 2029, we will see. What's your favorite body part to train? I think, without a doubt, legs. If I would need to be more specific than quads, I love training legs. Like, with training legs, it's like, if you go train upper after you train legs, it's like, is that really a workout? So just a food for thought. But yeah, legs all day. What do you do when you are not in the gym? Hobbies. So I am majority of the time at the gym. I'm just kidding. Of course, bodybuilding is a majority of my life. Let's be honest and clear about that. But I would say I have like three hobbies along my bodybuilding journey. So I'm very into music, rock music, metal music. That's my niche. So I love going to concert. I also play an electric guitar. I don't have it with me here in Ireland, which I missed a bit, but yeah, it is what it is. Second thing, this is quite new for myself, is I really enjoy reading about and just exploring series and films. So that's quite a new hobby, let's call it. And I am a car guy as well. So I like to stay on top of the automobile market, even though like I don't watch F1, which I know is very popular in the UK, and quite a few natural bodybuilders are into F1 or football, but neither of those things are my thing. So yeah, I would say those three are my hobbies, apart from the gym. What is the best split? I think the answer, I think the question should be, what is the best split for you? Because there is no such a thing as best split. And in my opinion, people are over, like, this, what split you choose is really overrated. Like, it doesn't matter that much. But if I would need to give some sort of an answer, I am really into a higher frequency splits right now. So I feel like any split that allows you to hit every body part 2 times per week is a good way to start. But the entirety of this off season, I've been running actually an upper lower rest, upper lower upper, so 3 uppers per week. A split, and I've seen an absolutely tremendous results. So I would say that the best split for you is the one that prioritizes your needs, but also one that allows you to train with an enough high frequency. And I'm honestly starting to leaning over to the 3 times per week frequency, especially like with body parts like arms, calves, side delts. Like side delts, like they blew out when I started training them with, I would say, high frequency and relatively high volume, because like for myself 15%, around 15 sets, maybe 12, 15 sets of side delts is I've never done this much, and my delts didn't grow. I started doing more. All right, so the next question is top 5 tips for first time competitors in 2026. So uh, first of all, never start and enter a prep if you don't enjoy the process. Like, there is no point of stepping on stage if you are not enjoying the process. This will be probably the hardest 20-ish weeks of your life if you don't enjoy the process. If you enjoy the process, it will be probably the most beautiful 20-ish weeks of your life, as it was for myself. And that's first thing. Second feeling, get yourself a coach. I'm not joking. And not only for prep, start as soon as an idea of competing comes to mind, so the coach can learn your body and test a few strategies, run you through a successful off season, because at the end of the day, this is bodybuilding, not a diet contest. So that's second thing. Third thing would be start posing early. I would not say I made this mistake, because I've actually contacted Matt, the butcher, around 16 weeks out, and my posing was maybe not great, but it was not in a bad spot. But the 14 weeks, so mid point of prep, I've really started working on my posing very intensely. So it was every single day, post workout, fasted. And on rest days, the rounds got even to a point when I was posing for like 20-30 minutes straight. But it showed on stage. So I would say don't neglect posing. Tip number 4, give yourself enough time. You have probably more to lose than you think. My prep was 28 weeks, and it was a very good length for myself. Of course, don't go on the other side when like there's no need to, like, if your prep needs to be 40 plus weeks, then it means you are too fat to start prep, and you need a pre-prep diet. But give yourself enough time. You'll make your life so much easier. You'll be able to have rooms for refit, for a trial peak week. That would be the fourth one. And fifth one, I feel like many people are talking about it, but enjoy it. Embrace the challenges and enjoy it. It is an absolutely beautiful journey, and the first prep will be the only prep, the only first prep. But like I've, even though of course last weeks were pretty hard, I've missed the feeling of digging, of the constant grind, probably like 2-3 weeks post show. So enjoy it, embrace the challenges, and don't overthink stuff. Like, it's okay to make mistakes, but as I said, get yourself a coach, because without a coach, you'll be lost pretty quickly, and the enjoyment factor will disappear a bit because you'll overthinking stuff. So the next question is with regards to the logbook. So you can see my lovely logbook here. The person asks what I put in the logbook and how do I structure it. So I like to have 2 workouts per page, and these 4 workouts, 2 pages, are the same rotation. So this is an upper C, this is an upper C, this is, and this. I like to write down my exercises in every workout separately. What I've done before is simply I had like first column would be just exercises, and here I would log what I did. But now I prefer to rewrite the exercises. It doesn't take a long time, but sometimes I like to switch something up. You know, sometimes a machine is occupied by 5 kids from middle school, and I'm just not bothered to even ask to work in. So I'm very privileged to work out from a gym with loads of equipment. So If preacher curl A is taken, I will use another one. So that's why I like to write down my exercises each time separately. So what I put at the top of the session is number of the session, the date, my fasted body weight, and after how many meals I train. In terms of notes and how I structure it, so I write down everything that is important. So everything starting from the settings of the machines. Like if I am using 25, 30 machines across the entire week, how am I supposed to remember setting on each and every one of them? So I write every setting, so the chest pad, the height of the seat. I also write down the resistance profile or the cam on the prime that I use, or simply how I distribute the loading if a machine has more than one load. So for example, when I'm doing the Gymleco hip press, I'm writing down that in the first set I'm loading one plate on the bottom peg, and the second set I loaded all lengthen. I also write down tips how to improve next time. So let's say I've got a seventh very scrappy rep on a press. So I will write down myself a note that, hey, you from the future, don't add load, don't add reps, or if there will be progression, then go ahead and add a rep. But focus on trying to make the seventh rep with better execution, better form, and also then I would not get mad for myself for getting once again 7 reps. But if the seventh rep was much cleaner and much better, that's still a progression. So these are the types of things I like to include in my logbook. And the last question for the day from the man, the myth, the month. So Mango asked me about controlled aggression in training. I will pop up the entire message from him on the screen, so we are both on the same page what we are answering. I think it is a very complex dynamics with the controlled aggression idea, and I feel first of all it is like day dependent. Sometimes I will go all in, like fully aggressive into every single set, like I'm attacking it, I have nothing to lose. And the next week, even though I may have even increased the load or it may be even more difficult, I prefer, to put something on the notes of like No Time to Die or Hans Zimmer on my headphones and just crack on in silence. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that the controlled aggression aspect for myself, what I consider a controlled aggression is what I do on the hack. So I start very, very calm, and when like before like the last 2 reps, I really switch it on. Like I start screaming, I start talking to myself like let's go, or I don't want to swear on YouTube, so but you get the idea. And I feel like this is the best use of controlled aggression. So being aggressive at the moment that you really, really need to be. But when you are approaching a heavy hip hinge, man, you need to be aggressive out of the gate because I remember when I was pulling my biggest number of on stiff leg deadlift, if I would not switch on mentally and be aggressive before I even touch the bar, it would not move for a single rep when I was doing a set of 5 or 6 with it. So here I completely agree with you, Mango, that if you are going into a heavy hip hinge, I don't see a point of controlling everything. Like you need to switch it on. And yes, I agree that the controlled aggression can stop lifters from reaching those final reps. But I think here it's something that it's super individual dependent. So I know guys that will not say a word during a set or whatever, and they will listen to classic music all day long, and they train similarly hard as myself. But man, do whatever, like there are two more important points here. I don't want to ramble for too long. First one, do whatever it takes for yourself to take the set all the way there. If that means you need to be aggressive and act like an animal, couldn't care less. Second thing, do what's enjoyable for yourself. I love being emotionally attached to my training. I couldn't live another life without it. I love the almost a fear before a set that I'm about to attack, that I know that this is a new territory. And could I probably do the same things without the mental arousal and the aggression? Probably. Would I personally enjoy it as much? No. So I think that's my long answer to this long question is do whatever it takes for yourself to take the set all the way there and do whatever you want to enjoy training, because if you don't enjoy training, everything will fall apart. I like being aggressive with my training, but I see sometimes the room for the controlled aggression. But as I said, I don't treat it as limiting the amount of aggression I give into the set. So it's not like I really want to go like give it everything on the hinge, but let's stop it a bit. No, for me, control aggression is, as I said, what I do on the hack or what I do on the press. That I want to save a bit of this mental arousal for the last rep or two. So I think individual dependent, exercise dependent, day dependent. All right, everybody. I hope you've learned something interesting in this episode. If you found it helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment, and share on your stories. It is very, very appreciated. Oh, guys, and one more thing. If you got this far, please let me know in the comments what would you like to see in the next episode. I have a couple sessions that I didn't show you yet, so that's coming for sure. But I'm open to any of your ideas. The life of a bodybuilder is quite boring, so I think a full day of eating is not yet appropriate because the food didn't change yet. Of course, if it will happen, I will give you all an update, but please leave a little note underneath of what you would like to see and if you are enjoying what I'm putting out. So thank you guys, all the best, and have a bearable week.